Cantaloupe, also known as golden melon, is an indispensable fruit on hot days. Sweet, juicy, lightly fragrant. Just a piece of cool melon is enough to make summer cool down. Every time melon is served on a plate, whether for breakfast, dessert after dinner, or afternoon snack, it always makes the whole family excited. You can cut melon in the traditional way, split it in half and eat it with a spoon. But if you want to turn it into a delicious, beautiful, easy-to-preserve dish, even something you can bring to work, school, or on a picnic, you need a few simple and smart tips. Today, I will share 4 extremely good and convenient tips for cutting melon, helping you handle the whole melon neatly, from eating it right away to preserving it for a long time. And trust me, with just a knife, a spoon, and a little bit of ingenuity, you will see. Cutting melon can also become a small art in the kitchen every day. Tip number 1. Slice the melon neatly, beautifully, and easily with a plate. First, I choose a ripe cantaloupe. Tight skin, bright yellow color, and light aroma. Slice off the top and bottom. Then, cut the melon in half horizontally. After having 2 halves, I choose 1 half to process first, using a spoon to scoop out all the seeds in the middle. Gently, the seeds will come out right away. Next, I place the cut side of the half of the melon face down on the cutting board, so that the skin can contact the knife more easily. Now comes the peeling part. I use a sharp knife to gently peel each layer of the outer skin from top to bottom. Since the half of the melon is already face down, this step is quite easy. The melon does not slip, and I can peel along the natural curve of the fruit. Where are you from? Let me know in the comments. It's great that we can make friends all over the world. After peeling the skin, I cut it lengthwise into 8 equal pieces, like cutting a round cake into 8 slices. Each piece of melon looks curved, thick, golden, and extremely eye-catching. Finally, I arrange each piece of melon on a plate, insert a fork or small bamboo skewer, ready for everyone to enjoy right away. This method is very convenient if you want to make a quick dessert. No spoon, no need to peel each piece when eating. Anyone can pick up a piece without getting their hands sticky. Tip number 2. Cut the melon into small pieces and store them neatly in a box. With the remaining half of the melon, I continue to process it in a different way. This method is especially suitable if you want to store it in the refrigerator to eat gradually, or bring it to work or school. First, I used a spoon to scoop out the seeds in the middle as before, trying to scrape out all the pulp so that when slicing, there would be no water stains. Then, I place the half melon face down on the cutting board, with the skin facing up. This will help the melon to be more stable, not rolling or slipping when slicing. Next, I used a knife to cut the half melon in half into semicircles. Then I cut it into small bite-sized pieces, similar in shape to the pre-cut melons in the supermarket, neat and easy to hold. Finally, I neatly arrange the melon pieces in a clean plastic box. I prefer to choose a box with a tight lid and small air holes to help the melon not to condense water and keep it fresh longer. You can store this box of melon in the refrigerator for about 2 to 3 days. When needed, just open the lid, take a spoon or bamboo skewer and enjoy it right away. Convenient, cool, and no need to prepare it again. For this third tip, I used a new cantaloupe, still intact, uncut. This time, instead of cutting horizontally, like the previous two methods, I chose to cut lengthwise from the stem to the bottom of the fruit. When you cut lengthwise, you will clearly see the entire inside of the melon and its internal structure, making it easier to separate each part. I used a spoon to scoop out the seeds in the middle, and just do it gently so that the inside will come out easily, without mixing with the flesh. Next, I cut lengthwise into many long, even strips. Each strip is about 2 to 3 centimeters long, depending on taste. This is when I do a little trick. Separate the hard flesh close to the skin from the soft flesh inside. The flesh is usually pale white or slightly green, hard to eat and not sweet. If left, it will ruin the taste of the melon. I gently peel off the flesh, keeping only the sweet golden core in the middle. This is the best part, soft, sweet, and juicy. After separating the best quality melon flesh, I cut each strip into small, bite-sized pieces, square or rectangular as desired. Then, I arrange them on a plate in rows or layers. It looks extremely clean and professional. This method is suitable when you want to optimize the flavor, using only the best part of the melon, especially if you use it as a dessert after a meal, or to entertain guests at a small party. This is a choice that is both sophisticated and convenient. For the final tip, I only used 1/4 of the remaining half of the melon, the smallest part, but my favorite part, because this is the time to decorate and present it beautifully. I placed the 1/4 of the melon on the cutting board, the flesh side up. I continued the familiar operation, using a knife to separate the sweet yellow melon flesh from the white flesh close to the skin. Unlike the previous times of slicing in bulk, this time I did it more slowly and carefully, because the purpose was to create a delicate shape on the plate. The separated melon flesh was cut into small, even slices, not too thick or too thin, just right to eat in one bite, but still curved enough to create a shape. Now comes my favorite part, arranging each slice diagonally, overlapping each other on the curved skin of the melon. The soft yellow melon slices are supported by the hard skin, forming a row of wavy melon. It looks beautiful, neat, and can be lifted up by hand to eat very conveniently. If you want it to be more beautiful, you can add a few mint leaves or place a few fresh grape seeds in between. The melon dish is now not only a dessert, but also a small work of art in the meal, showing the meticulousness and skill of the person preparing it. So with just one familiar cantaloupe, I was able to try 4 different ways of cutting it, from simple, convenient to sophisticated, beautiful, and easy to preserve. Cantaloupe is already sweet, but if it is cut neatly, presented beautifully, and served on a plate for the whole family, then I believe that delicious taste will be doubled. If you have ever wondered how to cut a melon, I hope this video has given you some new ideas. And if you have any better tips, don't hesitate to share them with me in the comments section below. Thank you for watching until the end of the video, and see you again in the next tips.